Welcome back to The Perspective. I'm with Julius Firdaus, the singer and the countertenor. And we spoke before the break about what a countertenor is and how rare it is. You are one. Can you first just give me an example of what it sounds like and how you warm up?
Sure. Yeah. Well, an example of my voice would be. Oh, I'm having a blank.
No, take your time. Take your time.
All right. It's weird, right? I mean, like a guy who's. Oh, thank you. But sometimes when I am doing my classes, my training with my vocal coaches, I'd stop and ask her.
Yeah.
Like, was that you or me? Like, because it doesn't sound like me, you know, my talking voice, but
it's a slightly
it's
surreal.
unusual, don't you think?
Yeah, it's like there's a separation.
Exactly.
As you're wondering.
You're exactly right. I
yeah.
think it's my voice is my voice. I mean, the voice is the voice. I am me. So it's like I am two different personality. I haven't got used to it because I just discovered that I'm a countertenor about 3 years ago, so this is a new thing for me.
Do you find it has a similar effect on each audience that you sing to?
Yeah. Usually, the first time I open my mouth and that voice comes out, when I look at their expression, they'll always look like that. Well, I mean, most of the time, they look like this. And then after like several seconds or several minutes, they start to get it, and they're like, oh, okay. So this is what he's doing. And usually they'll search a guy who can sing in a woman's range, and then they'll know that that we're countertenors, what a countertenor is. So it's very rare.
Are you the only one in Indonesia?
I think so, yeah. Because I never heard of any other countertenors. So
the music, especially the classical and operatic sort of society here, are quite small.
It is very small. I mean, it's not Indonesian culture, right? It's a Western culture.
Yeah.
The culture came from Europe. So we're learning. There are some good community, like good schooling, that the teachers studied in Vienna or in Germany or in Italy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a very limited segment, I would say.
Do you think that in general the musical talent could be better developed? Or I mean, do you see that there are massive obstacles beyond the just ordinary ones for someone who wants to pursue a musical career here?
It is very hard, especially if you want to build an operatic career. The first thing, the biggest problem, I think we don't have a proper opera house here, right? Mm-hmm. We have some concert hall, but we don't have a proper opera house here. And what else? Well, it's in Italian or in German or in French, you know.
Yeah.
Language is always a barrier, which is fine, you know. I mean, language is language. You're used to it. But
if you're from England, you already accept the idea that any opera is not going to be in English, so it's okay. But
it's okay for you.
Yeah. So, but
you're
here,
from.
I'm
London.
English. I'm English
right.
via other places, but I'm from London. Cool. But as opposed to here, it would seem just completely mad to be listening to someone sing in a foreign language.
Exactly right. I mean, if you think, have you heard an opera called Turandot? It's a story about Chinese princess. It's crazy. I think it's really crazy. It's a story about Chinese princess, but it's sang in Italian. The setting is in Chinese. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But you know,
who wrote it?
Well, the story is a novel by a very famous author, but okay. the composer is Puccini. Puccini composed the whole opera, and it is one of the, you know, the song Nessun Dorma.
Yes.
Nessun Dorma,
okay.
Nessun Dorma. Yeah. Well, it came from that opera.
Where who are your the composers, the writers that you hold in the highest regard, the ones that you take the most pleasure singing?
It's easy, as everybody else would think this way. Mozart.
Is it Così fan tutte?
Oh yeah, Così fan tutte is one of my favorite. But I love Die Zauberflöte better, you know, with the magic flute, with the famous song. I love that. I think the story is very cheeky, you know. Mozart is trying to tell the politics situation that day. I mean, it's awesome, you know. Only musicians can do that kind of thing without offending others and still give a good laugh. Well, if you like opera and you understand the story, you will laugh because it's very funny. It is a very, very funny comical opera. So I love Mozart and Vivaldi, and I love it. I love all composers, really.
Would you compare it, the storytelling theme to Wayang or something here?
Sadly, now this is very ironic. I don't really understand Wayang or gamelan or sinden. It's traditional singing way. I am dying to learn about my own culture. Really, I am dying. I mean, I love batik. I love culture. I met some Indonesian traditional artists. It's fascinating, you know. I mean, the Balinese dancing and things like that. But I never got a chance to learn because I have always been focusing. I have always been focusing on this kind of music, the Western culture, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, but we're living in such privileged era, I think, where time and distance is not a big problem anymore, right? I can just go to Vienna now and be in Vienna by tomorrow and have a sessions there, and it's awesome. I love it. I love to live in this area, and I mean to live in this era. And if you don't know anything, you could just like stop this interview and Google about countertenors and about everything, because we live in such privileged era, right? Yeah. Information is very easy to get now.
Your career it is working well. It's going well, and you've appeared on major TV shows here, on talent shows. It's out there. What's your status now among the Indonesian public?
Well, as I said before, opera is a very limited segment. We have a very high-end market. It is only for those who had studied in overseas, usually Europe, or those who understand what the culture is or speak the languages. So to the mainstream market, I am not acceptable here. That's why I am working with one major composer in Indonesia. His name is Badai Krispati. Have you heard of him?
I think I have seen the name.
Krispati is one of the biggest band here. So I'm working with the composer, with the head of the band, and we're making a single together. We're writing a song together, and it's gonna
in Indonesia.
In Indonesia, yeah. I just got back here like about 3-4 months ago, right? So I'm trying to work really, really fast, and the song is on progress now. Next week we will record the orchestra section, which is exciting, of course.
Of course. All right, we're going to take one final break, but join us in just a moment on The Perspective. Actually, sorry, stop. I want to do that again. Can I ask you to sing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then I'll tease that we're going to ask you that we're going to see you to sing.
All right.
But you can take a minute in between. Join us again in a minute on The Perspective, where Julius Firdaus will be singing in his countertenor voice.